Hello everybody, how are you all doing today? It's been such a long time since I've been on here, but I came with updates. I know I have disappeared for a while, but today is a very exciting day. Today is October 15th, 2021, and it marks kind of the ending of a chapter and the beginning of a new chapter, which I'm very excited to head into, but I am very scared and very nervous, so I will not lie about that. I'll get into that later. Normally I would be working at this time, but today is my last day working at my current company, so I'm getting ready because I'm going to be packing all my stuff, bringing it there, saying goodbye to everyone there, and starting a new position. And I thought that we can just have a little chat while I do my makeup and get ready, because I'm so nervous, and hopefully this makes things easier. I don't even know why I'm so nervous, and I'm just by myself in the room. But anyway, back to our topic. It was a very hard decision. Me and my husband actually met through the company that I am leaving. He left a while ago, and now it is my time to move on. So I will be forever grateful that the company introduced me to my husband, alhamdulillah, but it was just my time to go. It's very hard because I'm so familiar with working with these people. I've been there for almost 2 years, and now, you know, I have to get used to a whole new set of people and a whole new different environment, but it is a must needed change. You know, sometimes change is good, and hopefully it'll lead to a better career, inshallah, I hope. For me, what was kind of the breaking point was I wasn't learning as much, and I didn't have as many challenging projects. And I know some people are like, oh my god, you're getting paid and you're not doing much. That's a perfect opportunity, you know, that's a dream job for some people. But I thought about it in the future, and like, if God forbid I was ever to be let go, fired, the company was to go bankrupt, or anything, any circumstances, if I were to move to a different country and I want to look for a position, I had not developed the skill set that I needed for me to grow in my career and grow to higher positions. And that's something that I really wanted for myself. It is also difficult to find a job to actually transition to. That was like such a challenge. I cannot begin to explain how difficult it was to find a job, how many hours I spent applying to find a job, and how many rejections I got. As much as you think that you are the perfect fit for a position, the company might not find that the case, so do not get discouraged. I applied to like over probably more than 20-30 positions, so it took me a really long time to apply and find the right position. This time I was super picky about it, because I was like, I want to move to a different company and they need me. I looked at it from that perspective, and I made sure that I interviewed them as much as they interviewed me, because I wanted to make sure that I'm heading to a positive change instead of a negative change or a setback. So that was one thing that I really wanted to look for. Now also, back to our discussion about do not get discouraged. So I have over maybe 2.5-3 years of experience altogether across like working in Jordan, co-op, internship, here, working as a TA at Ryerson. I have like a good amount of experience for a junior. However, it was very hard to land a position. So whether you're just graduating right now or you're looking to transition to a different position along the way in your career, it always takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of applying, a lot of research, a lot of checking the company, asking around, asking about the benefits, the environment, asking about the manager's style. Are they a good fit for you? What skill set do you want to learn in that position? Because it's a mutual benefit kind of situation where you offer the company your skills while they offer you the opportunity to work on bigger projects, to grow and kind of cultivate where your career is headed. Also just realized that doing my makeup and shooting a video is very hard, and it is not for me at the moment, so I'm going to continue doing my makeup, and then I will get back to you with how the day is going, and hopefully you can tag along with the process of this whole day. I got all dolled up for no reason, because guess what? We're not going to drop off the stuff today. My husband is working unfortunately, he has to work overtime because they need something today. So he was the one who was supposed to carry all the stuff for me, like my entire office set up here downstairs, and then take it downstairs to the office. So we postponed. I asked my manager if I can postpone it till Monday. He was nice enough to say yes. So inshallah, I will be going on Monday. So Monday's gonna be a very busy day. Fast forward to a completely new day. Monday, October 18th was a very eventful day because I picked up my stuff for my new job, and then once it was afternoon, I dropped off my stuff at my old company, and I got a chance to say bye to everybody. Honestly, it was emotional. It was a bit harder than I expected, but it's been a couple of weeks since I have joined my new company, and alhamdulillah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it's gonna be, because like, change is always scary and change is always unpredictable and unknown, and I didn't know how I was gonna feel, but alhamdulillah, like, I feel it was the best decision for me. On a completely different note, but on the same topic, since we're talking about careers, I asked you guys on Instagram if you have any career related questions for me. You guys asked me a lot of questions, so I screenshotted them, downloaded them on my laptop. I'm gonna be reading through them and answering them as we go. So the first question was how to contact someone for a job reference. Okay, so first things first, right off the bat, if you do not know this person, you cannot just message them on LinkedIn and say, hey, can you refer me to this job? I don't know you, I don't know your skill set, how do you expect me to refer you? Because when I refer you, I'm putting my name on the line. So I would say establish a connection, build a relationship with that person. Ask them for mentorship. Be like, hey, I see that you're in this position that I want to be in one day. Do you have any advice for a junior starting out in their career? Do you have any advice on my resume? Can I send you my resume? You can take a look at it. Give me any tips, pointers you think that I can change. Managers can give you a huge insight in the industry that you want to be in. So another question is how to prepare for interviews. This is something that I learned from a friend of a friend of a friend, and it got passed along to me, and it is something so helpful. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna create a Word doc, and you're gonna have all the behavioral questions you can think of, anything that the managers might ask. First, starting with tell me about yourself, you need to nail that. I don't know how many times, like I can't even tell you guys how many times I practiced tell me about yourself until I got really good at it, and I can just like say it at the back of my head, because I didn't want to be, hesitant when I was introducing myself. That was the first impression that I'm gonna give the interviewers and my managers who are interviewing me at the moment. So tell me about yourself, strengths, weaknesses, research all the behavioral questions that HR might ask you, because those questions are really important, and you don't want to be second guessing yourself or thinking about the answer at the time of the interview. It will make you so much more calmer and relaxed if you have practiced beforehand. And no, it's not like you're faking your answers, because practice makes you perfect. People in TED Talks practice their talks like a million times before they get on stage, and they are professional public speakers. So I think my advice would be practice all of these questions. My second advice would be take the job description that you have and make sure that you can describe a scenario or a situation where you did that exact requirement. And if you didn't, make sure to answer that. I am willing to learn. I am very coachable. You don't necessarily have to know everything that you apply to, but it's good to show them that, at least you have some of the requirements that they are looking for, because most likely they are going to ask you if you can do the certain tasks that are in the job description. Another question I got is, go for grad school or not, currently working in the industry. My advice would be, if you like research and if you like doing literature review and if you like really diving into books, reading a lot in the field that you are in, and very passionate about a certain topic in the field that you are in, then I would say yes, go ahead, go into research, go into grad school. Because when it comes to wages and when it comes to your annual paycheck, if you currently work in the industry, it's not going to make that much of a difference. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Another question is how to negotiate for higher pay, when to ask for a promotion. Money is always a very touchy matter. However, If you don't ask, the answer is always no. But if you ask, you might get a yes or you might get a no. So there's no harm in asking. First, do not be shy, because no employer will come and say, hey, here you go, you've been a good employee, take a good chunk or a raise. If you're providing the same work that you do for less money, why would they pay you more, right? You have to be your own advocate. You have to fight for yourself. You have to fight for that raise sometimes. That being said, you should always ask once you hit that 1 year mark, 2 year mark, 3 year mark for a raise. Always, 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 that's like a given. Now, second of all, if you get any like professional accreditations, or like, for example, I'm an engineer. Once I get my professional engineering license, well, okay, let me scratch that. I am engineer in training in Canada, so technically I cannot call myself an engineer until I get my professional license. Once I get that, I will be going to my manager and asking for a raise, because I deserve it. I got my professional engineering. So any accreditation along the way of your career that makes a difference, you should ask for the raise once you get that. Now, and the other half of the question is how to negotiate for higher pay. Something that I did was I created a paper of all of the tasks that I outperformed in. So basically, quantify your accomplishments. This is your time to brag about yourself. You have to make sure that your employer knows how valuable you are to the company. Quantify, quantify, quantify. Put a price tag on it, like how valuable you are in terms of money and time saved. Those two are the most important factors. Another question that I got is, can you make a professional CV and how it's cost, like how much does it cost, I'm assuming. Yes, I do. Before I used to do it for free, it would take a lot of my time. However, these days I have a link in my bio where you can go through there and check how much my hourly rate is. Also, you can email me directly from my Instagram or the description down below. I have my email and my Instagram. Every resume takes me different amount of time based on what your major is, based on how much you've put into your resume and how much I have to put into your resume. And especially if I'm not really familiar with your field, it would take me a lot more time to understand what jobs you already took on and what the job description looked like and what jobs you're aiming to get into and how your resume would fit that job description. So please email me or DM me and I will try to reply as soon as possible. Okay, another question that I received is how to get a job as a fresh graduate. My advice would be create a folder that has a list of files in it of all the companies that you want to apply for or that you feel like you would fit perfectly right into them. It's within your major, within your field. So what I did is I created a file called job applications, and then in that file, I created multiple files with all the engineering companies' names that I wanted to apply for and I wanted to get into. And in that file, I created another folder with every job title that I applied to. Needless to say, I applied to well over like maybe 30 something positions, if not more. And I got so many rejections, because guess what? You're not gonna get, from the first job application, you're not gonna get an immediate yes. It might happen, yes, I'm happy for you if you do so, but most likely you will not get your first yes from your first application. You really have to work hard. You have to edit your resume to fit the job description that you're applying to. You need to reach out to all the managers in that specific department that you're looking to apply to. That way your name kind of, when they look at your resume or your application, your name resonates with them. And that way, your chances are more likely that you will get hired. Try to reach out, like I said before, to managers, people in the industry to kind of give you tips on how you should apply, where you should apply, give you advice, mentorship, and you never know, maybe one of them might offer you a job. One of my friends got hired like that, and he taught me this method, so try it, it works. Also, a very important note that build your network. Build your network. Your classmates and your colleagues that you sit side by side to in a class in university are going to become your colleagues in the field in the future. And you never know when you might need someone's reference, someone's help, if someone can open the door for you. So make sure that you have built good connections while you're in school, and don't underestimate the power of networking. And that concludes our career Q&A. I hope I answered all your questions. And if you haven't already, go check out these 2 videos right here. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.